bună ziua sau bună seara, depinde la ora la care priviți acest podcast. Suntem astăzi într-o ediție specială la mijloc. După cum probabil știți, trăim niște vremuri mai mult decât neobișnuite. La granița cu Ucraina e un război și asta ne-a făcut să renunțăm la cutuma noastră de a transmite un podcast de entertainment unde să vă prezentăm niște personaje din România, cunoscute sau nu, dar care au avut succes într-un anume domeniu, și ne-a făcut să ne concentrăm pe această criză a refugiaților. E o ediție specială unde avem alături de noi în studio două refugiate. O să vă spun puțin mai multe. Codin. Iarăși suntem la T-shirt Factory în locul obișnuit. Am făcut aceste tricouri cu Solidarity for Ukraine și cu Fundația Metropolis. De ce? Pentru că pe parcursul podcastului o să aflați din nou mai multe informații despre cum vă puteți implica și cum puteți ajuta. Este un podcast, ne place nouă să credem, utilitar. Pe lângă faptul că vă prezentăm două cazuri, vă prezentăm și niște opțiuni de ajutor. Împreună putem face ca această situație să fie ceva mai ușoară pentru oameni aflați în pericol în acest moment. Codin?
Mulțumesc, Angel, pentru frumoasa introducere. Într-adevăr, alături de noi se află Ana și Swati. Amândouă sunt refugiate din Ucraina. Amândouă fac parte din multiplele cazuri în care Fundația Metropolis a intervenit și vă voi explica exact cum. Ana se află aici, în România, alături de cei doi copii ai ei, care sunt aici în backstage. Ana a fost cazată și este cazată într-un apartament închiriat de noi, de Fundația Metropolis, și va rămâne acolo pe o perioadă nedeterminată până când situația ei se va rezolva sau până când ea se va simți safe să se întoarcă în propria ei țară sau oriunde. Ajutorul nu este pe perioadă determinată, ci chiar aș putea spune nelimitat, pentru că nu este doar în a oferi o locuință, și hrană și așa mai departe, haine pentru copii și orice va avea nevoie, dacă în viitor poate și o slujbă. În schimb, Swati este tot aici printr-o acțiune a Fundației Metropolis, în sensul în care se află în centrul de refugiați de la Dascălu, centru organizat de Ioana State, care este reprezentanta noastră și manager de proiect în cazul refugiaților în Fundația Metropolis. Centrul de la Dascălu, despre care eu v-am scris, puteți citi și la mine pe blog și pe Facebook, se numește, e un articol acolo numit Miracolul de la Dascălu. Ele două sunt aici. They are both refugees. We're going to switch
din motive evidente.
We're going to switch to English now. They are both refugees here. Welcome Swati. Welcome Ana. It's like unfortunate circumstances that brought you here. It's not happy times that brought you here. But I'm very glad to meet you. I met Ana a few days ago when I brought her into, let's say, my home. And Swati, I just met her. You arrived when, Swati?
I arrived like yesterday evening. We were at the airport. We were trying to find officials, but there were no flights. So we met a woman in the airport, and then she sent us to the refugee center.
Okay. Yeah. We have to say that we have to let people know. You are originally from where? I'm
originally from India.
You are from India. Yeah. And what were you doing in Ukraine?
I was studying medicine. I was studying medicine in Dnipro. I'm fifth year medicine student.
Okay, so
for how long have you been in?
It's been 5 years, almost 5 years.
So from the first year till the fifth year you've been studying in Ukraine.
Yeah. Deci ea studia, pe scurt, o să vedeți subtitrarea, studia, nu știu cum să spun, medicină la Dnipro. Era în anul 5, fifth year of
fifth year.
Almost done, let's say, no?
I just had 1.5 years left. Finish my
and you
studies.
were doing this in English?
Yeah, I was doing it in English.
Okay, but you learned some Russian or Ukrainian language?
Actually, everybody there speaks Russian more than Ukrainian, and they always thought like Russians are their brothers or everything. But yeah, I mean, I speak Russian more than Ukrainian.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a nice information. They thought they were their brothers. This is very nice.
Actually, this is
I mean,
true.
And I think it can be true in the future. I really think so.
Because a lot of people in Ukraine, they have some family members in Russia as well. Because a lot of their ancestors are mixed. Some of my friends even, their grandparents are from Russia, or their mothers, or even the lady who was in our dormitory, her sister is in Russia right now.
And I think that is the case also with Anna, who is from Odessa, and in Odessa people speak mostly Russian, right?
Yes, also almost of our city who are born in Odessa, they all city speak Russian, and we are all time told Russians is like our brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
Anna, you speak both Ukrainian and Russian, no?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so you say that you come from Odessa. You live there.
From my born, I live in
You
Odessa.
were born and raised in Odessa. Very nice. And what were you doing then? What was your job there?
I work in airport of Odessa International Airport. My job is duty free.
Okay, very nice. So we have here a future doctor and duty-free worker, employee. That's very nice. When did you leave? What did you hear about this? You left in the first day, in the second. What was for you the experience?
We are to last of time don't believe this can happen in Ukrainian, true. And all our worker in airport, like the army people who work there, they don't know anything about this situation. This come like in one night. I returned from job, I work tonight, and I return to home and just sleep and hear bomb down.
Okay, so you could not believe until the last minute. Let's say you thought that it's gonna be like not a war.
No one know about this, but they beginning beat so hard, all Ukrainian.
And right after that, you decided to leave.
I don't do what I make because my house very near with military place, and they beat all military the first. And one night we sleep, before I come to Romania, we sleep in church, in land of church.
Ah, okay. So before coming, before fleeing the country, you slept one night in the church.
Yes.
With your two kids.
Yeah, with my two kids. Yes.
Anna has 3 kids. They are both here. There has 2 daughters. One is 7, very nice blonde girl, and one is 13. They are both very nice. And how are they feeling? I mean, how was for them? I'm really shocked and terrified. I have also two kids. One is almost 3, and one is 11 years old, 12 this year. What do you tell your kids? Hey, our neighbors are upset. What?
Because they have shock. They don't know in which place they run in our home, in where be more safety. And I told to them, maybe these people afraid God, and last what they beat this be church. We must run there. And I take my grandmother. She is all 84 years.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, she
84
lives in
years.
my house.
She
yes.
lives in Odessa.
Till now they stay in Odessa, my grandparents. Yes.
They are still there right now.
Yes.
Your grandparents are there. They decided to stay there.
In my home they stay.
Yeah,
And
nice.
And do you talk with them? Can you manage?
They can't go because my grandmother very slowly moved with.
Yes, with the cane.
Yeah.
But so you thought that you will be safe in a church? No, because you thought that they will, they have at least this fear of God. We are all, Christian countries,
Yes.
even Orthodox country. Our 3 countries, Russia, Ukraine, and Romania. We are 3 Orthodox countries now at war with each other, at least 2 of them. So you spent a night in a church. A lot of people in that church?
A lot of people come in church sleep, yes.
Okay.
It's beside each other, they put any cover and stay in land.
And next day you decided we're gonna leave.
And just I go from church, I beginning put all clothes, and I go to Romania with bus. Same morning, because maybe I think I will stay, but when I just come to home, all night be don't have anything. We don't hear in church anything, but just I come to home and I hear a lot of bomb and I see this in sky, a lot of
Yes, rockets and
yes.
missiles. You see them. Yeah, and you decided next day to leave. I want people to know that Ana is divorced. That's why she's not. I mean, because people will ask, is your husband there fighting or is he running? No, her husband is divorced and is not of Ukrainian descent or nationality. So he's not there. He's in a different country.
Yeah.
But Ana decided to run and to come to Romania and decide to stay in Romania for as long as, you know.
And I won't say it so much thanks about your...
Don't. You don't have to say this. We move to Swati. Swati, tell me, how was your decision to leave? Where were you? What happened?
Actually, we were in Dnipro, and even on 20th, we had classes offline. We were going to university normally. We thought nothing will be there. Like there were some rumors about war, but we thought it will be solved. But on 24th morning, 6 a.m., we woke up with the explosions, and everybody was so scared. Until then, we thought we have to move because our families, they started panicking about the war situation. But still, thanks to God, our city was safe. There were no, after 24, there were no explosions, but we used to hear air sirens. We have to run to bunkers as fast as possible. Then we thought we have to move. And I came here through a bus that we organized, all our friends. And I reached Romania yesterday evening.
Yesterday evening, you came. It's true. Tell me, so Dnipro was not bombed, let's say. Odessa was bombed.
Yes.
Was bombed quite a lot. I've seen some pictures from there.
I mean, on first day when the war started, there were missiles on Dnipro as well. But after that, Dnipro is quite safe, as they are saying until now, because there's protection against all the borders. But still, there's a fear of airstrikes everywhere.
Of course, the fear of airstrikes everywhere if you are in Ukraine now. I mean, but I'm just trying to make a clearer picture about what's happening. And what did you do? Did you rent a bus?
Yeah, we rent a bus.
You rented a bus yourself? I mean, yourself. All your colleagues. How many?
The Holy Indian community.
No, actually, we were not hearing anything from embassy. I think their helpline is busy because a lot of students are here. So we decided we have to go. We have to do something. We were scared about the situations in the borders because a lot of videos are getting viral. A lot of people are there. We were even scared because anything can happen on the road. But then we decided that we have to do something, and then we rented a bus. I'm right now here with 15 of the students who came from the same university. And also there are some Arabic students in the bus and all international students, and there were some Ukrainians. But we all rented and came to the border.
So how many you said in the bus?
I think there must be 200 people. It was quite big bus.
200 in one bus? No, come on.
It was really big.
Oh my God.
150 to 200.
It's possible a bus of 200 people?
I mean, it's maybe a big bus and the people cramped up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they...
Maybe not 200, but 150 maximum. I'm quite sure about that. Because it was huge bus.
Okay.
And this is happening in the same time as the pandemic crisis. So imagine the whole thing. I mean,
who's thinking about the pandemic anymore? Come on,
but a refugee crisis
on
in the
top
same
of
time.
I know it's a mess.
Yeah.
But fuck this. I
but
mean,
it's something that needs to be taken into account when you think about the consequences of what the Russian army has done. I mean, these are people, even if some of them, and I'm sure it will happen, even if they manage to flee, there is a chance because of this to die because of a disease. So it's
yes, but with the Omicron now and with its less threatening, less deadly, less whatever, I don't think you should think about now it's becoming to be like a flu. So don't think about, I mean, I'm fleeing from missiles. I should not think about what's happening with a small virus. I mean, come on. We had some cases of, in some of the centers that we organized, we have some cases of COVID, but
you don't think about it, but it's something that adds up to the list.
Of course adds up to the list.
And she's a med student. I mean,
she is a med student, and it adds up. Imagine how it adds up economically to the world, to the all the energy price going up, to everything, to the economy of Ukraine. Imagine Ukraine after a few years of lockdowns and whatever, like Romania, and then add on top of that a war, and see when you recover economically. See when you will be okay again. I mean, it's very bad for a,
Even if the war ends tomorrow.
even if that war ends tomorrow. I mean, it's very bad for a country.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
very bad. How did you all pay for that bus? I mean,
Of
everybody
course,
put
yeah.
how much you pay?
I
You
think
person.
it was $170 for a bus from
No.
Dnipro to Romania.
170 for all bus, or you
No,
paid
just one person.
per person?
Yeah.
It was expensive. I don't know what to say. $170. Sometimes you go to
200 people,
Thailand
yeah.
with a plane.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking a bus that going through a territory of war, then the driver can set and then company can say, listen
And
guys, this
yeah.
bus is 10,000 euros, 10,000 euros. If you want, I mean, you whatever you want, but I'm sending my bus through the.
So how long did you stay at the border? Was it an easy passing from Ukraine to Romania? How was the passing of the border?
I would say we were lucky because the person who arranged the bus, he I think his father is from Romania or something. He just left us 50 meters away from the border and there were nobody except the people in the bus. So we passed the border easily.
Oh.
And for you, how was it?
We coming like 24 hour here without any sleep, and children so hard, tired.
You came, Anna, a few days ago. I know I met you and I received you and your family when you arrived. You came, when did you come? 3 days ago, no, or something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So was it any line at the border when you arrived? You came on foot or
No,
on?
we move with bus, and after before line bus stay us, and we move it with our leg 2 kilometers.
So you had the last 2 kilometers to walk,
Yes.
and you walked 2 kilometers.
And was it easy to pass? Was it
No, so a lot of people, a lot of stay people in this line, and Ukrainian line, and after Romania line, and we move with parom.
Passport?
Ship.
vas cu
Okay.
Yeah.
You came through what border? What was the name of the place? Cred că a venit cu feribotul.
da.
Okay, you came with the ship, no?
Yeah.
Okay,
From
okay.
this way.
Probabil la Tulcea, undeva, nu?
Undeva
Da.
ar trebui.
How do you feel about, this war? You personally, I mean, are you scared? Do you think it will be over soon? What do you feel?
I feel I now maybe will not have where I will return. All my life I live in this house, this is my house and this is my job. I have plan. I prepare my home, I put there a lot of money, and now I nothing have. I stay my car, I stay everything, and I don't have nothing, only my 2 kids with me.
Your grandparents
And
are
economic,
there?
I'm sure, be so hard in Ukrainian. Also, if I return, what I will do, country be so poor.
For sure.
I will not maybe found again job or go any.
Anyway, I'm saying this now to you in English. I will say it at the end for the camera in Romania. You can stay here for as long as you want. Like it doesn't. My help and our help, our foundation will not stop when the war will be over. If you want to, if you say I don't have where to go, anywhere to go, I don't have a job, you can stay here as much as you want and you need. You will have a home. You will have everything, like food and everything. You'll be taken care of. And at some point, if you want, you will have a job. Don't worry. I mean, I will find for you and I will find a good job and everything. You don't have to worry about your existence or your kids. Of course, you have to worry and think about, and this I cannot stop, about your grandparents that are there.
Maybe I will never see them again. This who up me, because my mom died 1 year ago, and my grandparents up me from 4 years. This to me like parents.
They are like your parents.
And I stay them, I feel myself so bad inside.
Of course, because they remain there, and for them it was for sure a big grief and pain to see their child pass away, because it's the biggest pain that you can feel, to have your to outlive your kid. And this is what what happened to them. They outlived their own kid, their own daughter.
Yes.
And now they stay there. You left with your kids, with their
They
grandkids.
live about us. They have also plans.
Of course. But
Is there something that can be done for them? I don't know. I mean, it's just can they be taken out?
I think Anna will confirm, or Anna will say. But I think that being old, they are not ready to move. What Anna did for an old people, I look at my parents who are really, let's say, young in spirit, but they are almost 70 years old. They don't want to leave their house. They cannot imagine. They prefer to stay in a war and to stay, because they are so bound energetically to the house and the place, that they cannot imagine that they will be on a run. Anna is living now in a hotel, or in an apart hotel, or look, Angel brought for you if you need a napkin. So they stay in a place, and they are bound to that place. And for them, it will be tragical to live like Anna is living in a park hotel. Very okay, I think, your conditions, but they would not like it.
I do this to my child and to myself, of course, but they live their life. They said, we live our life. We pass war, second war, and we will not go anywhere now. To them house more safety. They don't want to move anywhere.
They will not, I'm sure.
What is the situation now in Odessa? Is it still being bombed? Do you know?
Odessa, they put bomb. Our soldier put bomb a lot of for cut it from any city, like bridge.
Yes, they put landmines to cut the access.
But Russia come from sky with plane and put bomb and rocket. And we have Black Sea, we are port city, and they come from also
from the sea. I know, and they can come from the sea for sure. No, in Odessa. Swati, when do you think you'll go home? I mean, do you have a plane? Do you have a ride home? Do you need a ride?
I don't know right now, but maybe in next 2-3 days I will fly home back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should see, and if your situation extends too much, maybe we can move you to an apartment, because the place that you are now, and it's a nice place that we organized there in Dascălu, and the people is very nice around.
Yeah, exactly.
The people in Dascălu are amazing, and I want to thank them through this channel also. So I think it's a good place that you stay, but it's meant to be transit, not meant to be for you to stay there like 1 week or 2 or whatever.
Of course, like government gave us 5 days visa, so they have to move us before it expires.
Okay, let's hope it will happen, and they will not extend the visas and say, yeah, we extended the visa to 10 more days, you should stay here.
I have a question. It may sound stupid in the context of war, but it's also, we're talking about people who have invested, who have been invested in their lives. You, for example, wanted to be you are a med student, you wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah.
In this context, what is your plan for your life? Because you are in the 5th year, you had 1 year left, right? 1.5 year left. And how will you finish? Where you will finish your studies? What is your? Do you have a plan? Is there something that can be done right now for you? For example, can you change the school? Can you come somewhere in Europe or do it in India?
I don't have any idea, because it all happened so quickly. We had to save our lives first. We have to move here before thinking about that. I'm still not thinking about my future, because I have a lot of Ukrainian local friends and they are still stuck there. They are trying their best to help army and help other people. So I'm not thinking about my future right now. We'll see it later.
Of
I
course.
just hope this ends
I mean,
really soon.
of course, I think you're thinking about the people that you've met, the Ukrainians, and you realize that they have bigger problems right now
Exactly.
than career and But for of course, at some
It's
point,
not a career thing.
no,
it's
no,
just,
but the
you know,
job, like existence. I
yeah,
know
the existence. I mean, your whole
for sure.
your whole life
For sure,
is
but she knows that if she is healthy, she will be able to provide for herself at some point and do some things, and other people have more. But yes, when I heard that you were in the 5th year, I thought exactly like he did. Like, oh my God, are you gonna finish? Please finish somehow. Do your because you are almost a
Yeah,
doctor, a resident, but.
We are having our hopes high. We are still thinking everything in Ukraine will be over soon. We are just praying for Ukraine. Because it's
we are
our
all
second
praying for
home
Ukraine.
as well. Because 5 years, you are so close to people there. It's like home for me as well. Even when I was leaving from Ukraine, I was feeling guilty that my friends are dying here, and how can I leave them just like that?
You have friends that remained.
Ukrainian people.
Ukrainian, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Do you
they
have
are-
friends that are fighting?
Yeah, I have friends who are helping with the first aid to the people. I have friends who went to fight for the country. I have friends who are also organizing some NGOs to reach people who don't get food. There are friends who are donating. I'm just trying to talk to all my international friends and ask them to make donations, even if you are doing a little, but it can help someone.
Of course. This is what we are trying to do here. We're trying to organize ourselves here in Romania because I think maybe the richer countries should donate directly to Ukraine, but we are as one of the first countries to connect, to have the first contact with the Ukrainians coming here, and we should be very well prepared, and this is what we are doing. We are preparing here to be a second home for them. I mean, we are preparing our country to be able to welcome them. This is what we are trying to do here. We are trying to organize our country.
And not only welcoming them for a couple of days, but welcoming them for maybe a new life, like for Anna.
If this is something that she would like to do,
Yeah.
of course, we are organizing in so many ways. We are able to hire people now without all the bureaucracy. They had to have some bureaucracy. Now we can hire any Ukrainian that says, "I want to live here. Find me a job." Okay, I find you a job. I find you whatever you want. I mean. We are together. We are stronger, and I feel very proud of the way that my people, Romanians, organized, and the way that they received a neighbor country that it has to be said, we were not in the best relations with. I mean, we were not like Romanians and Ukrainians. We're not like brothers. But the minute that something happened, we put our differences behind. I think and I hope and I would do the same for the Russian people, because I don't blame all the Russians for what is happening now. So if at some point some Russians would be in trouble or need some help or whatever, I think and I hope that our country will do the same. We'll organize for the Russian people.
Yeah, and it must be said, probably it is well known, but also the Russian troops, the Russian military, most of them, they did not know where they were going. They did not know they would go to a war.
You think?
There are a lot of them. A lot of them are young
for
people.
For sure they are young, and for sure they are, let's say, brainwashed, but not knowing when you are going. Come on.
They definitely got the orders from
Of course,
the officials.
but in the same time, as for the Russian military was stationed near the Ukraine border for a lot of months, nobody
Yeah.
believed. I mean,
From November, they
yeah.
started accumulating their troops there.
and the people from Ukraine did not
Nobody
believe they will
believed
come.
they will
Yeah,
come.
and even the Russian troops, they did not believe they would go inside. There are some viral videos of for example, a letter, a Russian soldier, some messages with his parents. The parents told them, "Where are you? We want to send you a package." They were thinking that he's still in the military exercises near the border. And he said, "What package? I'm in the middle of the war. We're killing people. And I don't know what I'm doing here." And that's a real message that got viral. It was even read in the European Parliament. It was a couple of messages between a soldier and some parents.
You know that's a real message. You understand? I mean, they can be produced I mean, we are going into politics
It
now,
was
but
read by an Ukrainian official. It was
of course it was read by an Ukrainian official who also made it.
Yeah, but I'm inclining to believe that it is real because if I have to believe a Ukrainian official now instead of a Russian official who will probably deny that this soldier even exists, I will believe the Ukrainian. Of course, we live in a fake news world and we see televisions.
And in a marketing world, I don't even blame Ukraine that they are marketing this as the poor Russian soldiers, they didn't even know where they were coming.
Yeah,
please
but this
go back
question
home.
can be asked by our viewers, for example, who can say, how do we know that Anna and Swati are real refugees? Maybe they're hired actresses. I mean, this is something that can go.
Of course, can go on and on like
And
this.
and we are here telling you
At
that
some point you have to believe the people who are bringing the information that did their due diligence somehow.
yeah, I mean,
At
okay,
some point
there
you
is
have
a
to believe.
chance that that letter is fake or it didn't exist or
I
it's
can show my passport.
Same here.
I know you can, and I know you did. You are with us with the Metropolis Foundation. It's true about this, but what I wanted to say, for example, regarding the Russian people, I admire a lot the Russians that went out in the streets of Moscow and St. Petersburg and went against this war, and they went out in the streets and demonstrate and so on.
A lot of country
And
now.
for me, they are real heroes because going against that maniac in his own country, it's an act of courage. So for me, there is no like the Russians are this way. No, some Russians are like Putin, and some Russians are the ones who are now in the streets. And I think a real change can come from within. I have a lot of hope from the Russian people, more than I have a hope from the Ukrainian people to beat the Russians. I hope the Russians from inside will at some point say, guys, stop it. You are killing our country also. Not only their country. You are killing economically. You are killing everything. You are killing our boys in the war.
The war, yes, a lot of Russian died for this. I want to say to all mother and sister who soldier come to Ukrainian, save or not only our country, save your child from this situation, because this political they play in our body of
Yes.
people.
Yes, they are doing politics, but they are playing with our bodies. I mean, who's going to war?
With same people, yes.
Who's
they
going
seek
to war?
Safety, yes, political and same child and all stay safety. But also a lot of I see news. Sorry, I nervous. I see news and they told they beat just political something or military. This is not true. They beat house of people. A lot of people with child, with women died.
A lot of civilians died.
Yeah, a lot of children. Even they are saying that we are not harming anybody. I have seen a lot of people, some Indian friends I know in Kharkiv. Yesterday they killed an
Kyiv.
Indian guy who was standing in the line of a grocery shop, and they just started firing and he died.
Where?
Kharkiv.
In Kharkiv. It's you had an Indian friend that he was standing in the line of a grocery,
Yes,
and
exactly. Fire started and
Fire
he
started.
got killed.
at the time of the podcast, it is Wednesday.
Yeah, we have to say this. It's
5
the
o'clock.
2nd of March, 5 o'clock. So everybody.
So there are at least 2,000 civilians who died in Ukraine.
And
because
a
of
lot
this.
of them, we don't even know about them. They
Yeah.
might be stuck somewhere. They might be under some full building or something.
Yeah.
For sure this can happen. Tell me, Anna, about your kids. They were both in school, no? I mean, 7 and
Yes.
13. They were at school
The
already.
first class and 7th class, yes.
Okay.
And they scaring. Of course, I put to them like, sure, we are now in safety, but their life also stop. They
Of course. At least 1 year they will
have
lose anyway.
emotions down so much, and I see them. They sometimes cry, they smile, they like this. They can't prepare them calm.
Yes, you have to assure them that here they are safe, and we will keep them safe. And if things will happen or whatever, we will find even school here for them, appropriate school for them. I noticed that they are not speaking. I noticed that you speak English because you
They
work in the
don't
duty free,
speak.
but they don't speak. But we will find a proper school for them if needed. I hope the war will be over soon. And I hope you will get to go home at some point when it will be, safe and you know that you will have a job. Until then, you have a home here, as would you if you would not have a home, but your country is safe now,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
it's not in any danger.
exactly. Yeah. I still have hope because I have home in India as well. But Ukrainians, they don't have any home. They don't have houses, and I don't know what to say about it.
How do you feel about the people who are still there fighting? How do you feel about the president, the people, I don't know, Klitschko, the mayor of Kiev? Do you feel that they have a hero-like behavior?
I can't say it about Klitschko or Kiev. I know, and from my family, someone live in Kiev, and Kiev they beat a lot. I don't know. This political. Who is hero? I don't know.
True.
Yeah, it's
True.
Hero who
ta-
stay and beat Russian
Fight,
safe,
yeah.
who sleep in bed for till now.
Yeah. Time will
It's true
tell.
hero.
Time and history will tell.
But a lot of people who hope this will finish, this I can say it about who I know, they now coming to Romania today. Who my friend from my job also someone stay here. Because they stay to last, they think this will finish or this will something, but they run. They also take all thing child and they come because they understand nothing will finish quickly.
So there is hope, but being realistic,
Yeah.
it's something that
Because so scaring when you hear all time siren of city and bomb and in the night, in the day, you don't know which place can save your life. Because bunker where people down, this also not safety.
That's right.
True. Sometimes big gatherings of people is not safe because if something happens, you can get.
Be left on the ground, you're
Yeah.
last on the ground.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Good. Anything else you want to add or ask?
I'm just thinking, you hear the stories you see on the internet, on television, what's happening, and you feel impotent. I mean, it's like, what can you do? Of course, besides helping, like we are trying to, but is it enough? How can we? What? I mean, I'm stuck, mentally stuck in this feeling of being impotent. I don't know. Okay, I'm having a shirt with Solidarity for Ukraine, and we're here talking with Anna and with Swati, and we're trying to make this thing more visible, so that people can donate and help. But right there, over there, what can we do? I mean, how can we stop it? And I don't know. I'm just stuck in this thought that's going in circle, and
I hope only maybe all people in world like now beginning do a lot of country up people who have emotions about Ukrainian, and maybe they can stop Putin mind about this. He's so bigger country, he don't must have more.
Actually, yeah, we were talking about Russia and how Russian people are protesting, but I have seen a lot of videos where Russian media is showing that they are not killing civilians, and videos are going viral, which is not true, because I have been there, I have seen. It's not true, guys. Like, they are killing civilians, they are killing any foreigner person or Ukrainian person who is coming in their way. So I have seen a lot of people saying that no, there's no war, it's just political, but it's not true. People are actually suffering there.
True.
And if you can make some donations, like there are a lot of websites or places where they can donate. They cannot come here to fight, but they can provide them food, they can provide humanitarian or any other help by donating.
This kind of show, this is what it does primarily. And anyway, all media, I think they create like this emotion, and all media does not allow the countries that matter to stand and watch. This is the way that SWIFT got taken away from some of the banks. I heard not the main ones, no. Yeah. But things are being done, and more economical measures, and all this kind of pressure on Russia that it should be placed by the big powers, by the.
It's the type of pressure that you try to apply in hoping that somebody will stop because of it. But at one point you need to ask yourself, okay, what is the limit of it all? What is because this can go on. I mean, it started as a blitzkrieg war, and now it's going into something that can last for many months, like with resistance troops, with civilian troops, with them fighting and capturing and recapturing, and of course the least that we can do, and this is why we decided to do this podcast, is by providing donations to foundations like Fundația Metropolis. And I think this is a good time to tell the people about the means.
Yes. Thank you guys for being here. We will continue saying a few things in Romanian, and please excuse us for this. We will explain the people how to help and where to help, and how their actions are. O să schimbăm în română și le mulțumim fetelor că au fost aici prezente. O să vă spunem câteva cuvinte cum puteți ajuta, ce facem noi, ce face Fundația Metropolis, cu ce se ocupă. În zilele astea ne-am organizat, am făcut acest centru la Dascălu, Ioana State l-a pus pe picioare chiar la ea acolo în sat. Se întâmplă, acolo este un centru de tranzit și cazăm tot timpul.
Iartă-mă că fac o scurtă intervenție, o paranteză, dar mi se pare extrem de important de subliniat că așa cum președintele Zelenski e comediant care a devenit președinte și astăzi e considerat de rău, Ioana State e și ea
de stand-up-er, de la stand-up-er, da, corect.
Deci iată că în ultima perioadă se pare că ajutorul concret și eroii sunt în altă parte.
Stand-up-erii contează în ultima
din zona
vreme,
comediei mai degrabă, așa că eu subliniez încă o dată eforturile pe care le-a făcut Ioana State de vreo o săptămână nu doarme ca să organizeze acest camp la Dascălu, de unde vine și Swati.
Corect. Că... Zelenski e în stradă, Ioana e și ea în stradă și pe ulițele din Dascălu organizând lucruri și organizând tot satul ăla ei. Micuțu e în Calea Victoriei organizând centrul de la The Full, care am înțeles că deocamdată s-a închis din colecție, acum fac o sortare și trimit în camioane. Da, asta a făcut Fundația Metropolis, partea asta cu Dascălu, un centru de tranzit, acolo unde se află și Swati. Avem în continuare oameni buni, apartamente apar hoteluri pe care le-am închiriat, avem la oamenilor, am centralizat informațiile pe care voi ni le-ați dat. Și încă o dată vă spun, lăsați aici în comentarii orice fel de ajutor vreți să oferiți și vom centraliza acest lucru. Avem în continuare apartamente, ne ocupăm în continuare de refugiați, contactați-ne dacă știți o familie sau mai multe care au nevoie de așa ceva, puteți să ne contactați, vom lăsa aici un număr de telefon care va fi scris pe ecran a unei persoane din Fundația Metropolis care se ocupă de chestia asta. În rest, ce trebuie să știți sunt următoarele. Carpatina e cu noi, de-aia este pe masă, Carpatina este cu noi, am dus apă și le ducem peste tot în centre și în apartamente. Nu întâmplător sunt și cei de la domeniile Ostrov cu noi aici pe masă și o sticlă nedeschisă pentru că nu s-a părut potrivit să o deschidem să bem în acest podcast, dar trebuie să știți că domeniile Ostrov oferă 15 locuri de cazare chiar la ei, acolo lângă Călăraș. Așteptăm să ne contactați și noi ne ocupăm de transport și de tot. T-shirt Factory, aici unde ne aflăm și unde suntem găzduiți, face o donație din 30% din toate textilele pe care voi le cumpărați în perioada asta, vin către către Fundația Metropolis și putem caza și putem plăti mai multe lucruri cu ele. Ce am mai uitat să spun? O să vă dăm și un număr de cont, o să aveți număr de telefon unde să sunați să fiți ajutați sau să puteți ajuta o familie, un număr de cont în care să donați. SMS, din păcate, nu am putut face o altă linie de SMS și nici nu cred că e normal cumva să deschidem, că sperăm să se termine chestia asta și e destul de birocratic procesul de a obține un număr de SMS. SMS-ul este același, la 8845, cu textul facem, pentru că noi facem, iată, nu facem doar pentru spitale, uite că facem și pentru alte lucruri și cauze. SMS-ul nostru rămâne același, 8845 cu textul facem, dacă vreți să ajutați Fundația Metropolis ca să poată ajuta mai departe și dacă nu ne ajutați, noi facem oricum în măsura posibilităților pe care le avem acum.
Da.
Am uitat ceva? Nu mai știu.
Asta era de subliniat. Noi cumva centralizăm aceste inițiative. E foarte important dacă aveți inițiativă individuală, dacă nu știu, povestea asta sau simțiți un impuls să faceți, pe lângă metodele pe care Codin le-a subliniat, dacă aveți alte gânduri sau lucruri care nu s-au spus aici și idei despre cum puteți ajuta, vă rog să scrieți în comentarii și noi le vom prelua și le vom transforma în metode de lucru ale fundației.
Scrieți în comentarii, vă rugăm, dați un subscribe, pe noi ne ajută acest lucru ca să putem comunica mai bine și ca următorul podcast să fie mai vizibil. După cum vedeți, acum în perioada asta facem podcasturi pe această temă, deci nu uitați, subscribe, lăsați în comentarii, de ajutat ajutați, dacă nu știți cum, uitați-vă în podcastele noastre, dacă vreți să o faceți, dar nu vreți să o faceți prin noi, să știți că și alte fundații s-au organizat, adică nu donați către Fundația Metropolis, fraților, donați către Asociația Magic, de exemplu, care s-a organizat și face lucruri și transportă și face, adică nu spunem, organizați-vă voi, găsiți-vă voi direcția și oamenii în care credeți și faceți-o alături de oameni în care chiar credeți, pentru că atunci o să o faceți cu tot sufletul și atunci o să vă meargă mai bine cumva. Asta am vrut să le zic. Mulțumesc tuturor. Thank you girls. Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.